Guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be making this beautiful simple trending bubu gown with a velvet tape for design at the hem. As you can see, if this sounds like something you're interested in, please continue watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. So let's get started. These are the measurements you need to take. You need your shoulder measurements, you need your sleeve length, you need your shoulder to the bust point line, you need your hip circumference, and you need your gown length. These are the materials we are going to use for this tutorial. So here, this is velvet tape. You can go to any tailoring shop, just tell them you want to buy a velvet tape. I have 7 yards of velvet tape there, and this is the Ankara fabric we are going to use. I have 3 yards of Ankara fabric here. And because my length is 45, the length of the gown I'm working with is 45. If you are working more than 45, you need 4 yards. Now take the fabric and fold it into 2. As you can see, I already fold mine into 2. Then you are going to take the other side, which is the folded part. You are going to bring it back, making 4 fold. That is how you are going to fold this fabric. So make sure you arrange it very well. The amount of fabric you are going to fold, you are going to divide your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then you add your sleeve length. That is the amount of fabric you are going to put on fold in 4 fold. Remember, this is, you are cutting the front and the back together. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm marking a straight line. At this upper part, I'm marking a straight line. This new straight line will be for the shoulder line, and that line will be our guide. We are going to start all our measurements from that line. The next line that I want to take will be my shoulder to my chest line, but because this is a free gown, so I will not be using my chest line, my shoulder to my chest line. I will be using my shoulder to my bust point line. So from my shoulder to my bust point line is 12 inches. So I've marked the 12 inches, then I mark it into a straight line. Next line to take now is your shoulder to the gown length, but because this is Ankara fabric and it always comes in 45 inches, so I'll be using the whole 45 inches for my full length. So I will just leave it like that. When I'm sewing it, I will use 1 inch to fold it in. This folded part here will be for the center. It's going to be the center where you are going to start all the measurements. So now I'll come back to the first line. I'm going to mark my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I've marked 8 inches. So from that 8 inches, I'm going to mark my sleeve length. The sleeve length I'm working with is 13 inches. So I'm going to mark 9 inches here, and I will add extra 4 inches for the band. But if you don't want band, just make sure whatever you fold is up to your sleeve length. So after that, I'll come back to the folded part and I'm going to mark my neck width. The neck width I'm using is 3.5 inches. After you are done marking the neck width, the 3.5 inches there, this is the 3.5 inches. I'll come back to this point here and I'm going to come down by 2 inches. This is for our shoulder slope. So I will take the 2 inches now and I'm going to connect it to meet the neck width. You will take the shoulder slope and you connect it to the neck width like this. So the next thing to do is to come back to the first line. You are going to take whatever you have on this point, whatever measurement you have on that part, you are going to place it on your chest line. I have 17 inches, so I'm going to mark that 17 inches there. After that, I will connect the 17 inches on the chest line. I will connect it to meet the 17 inches on the shoulder line. I'll connect it like this. You connect it with the slope. So now you come to your chest line. Because this is a free gown, you are not going to be using your chest line. You are going to use your hip measurement on your chest line. So you are going to place your hip divided by 4 on your chest line. Then you will add extra 5 to 7 inches. You can use below 5 if you don't want the gown to be too free. So I use 4 inches. You can decide to use 3 inches, 5 inches, depends on what you want. So now you take whatever you have on your chest line, the measurement you have there, and you are going to take that measurement till you get to the hem of the fabric. After that, you are going to take your ruler now and you connect it into a straight line. After you are done connecting the lines together, you come to this point. then you are going to shape it like this. Just give it a curve like that. The next line is to come to the first line and you are going to mark your neck depth for the back. Remember, we are cutting the front and the back together. So from the shoulder line, I come down by 1 inch. That is what I'll be using for my neck depth for the back. Then I'm going to connect it to meet the neck width. So after that, you place your tape on the shoulder line again, and you are going to mark the neck depth for the front. I use 7 inches. You can decide to use more than 7 inches. After that, you connect it to meet the neck width like this. So the back, front and the back neckline is different. The front is V neckline. After that, you come back to this shoulder slope and you are going to go up by ½ inch. After that, you are going to connect it like this. This ½ inch is to join the front and the back together. After that, you cut it out. You are cutting the back neckline first before you cut out the front. So this is it. This is what we have after I am done cutting it out. Now you come to the hemline. You are going to go up by 8 to 9 inches because there is a slit at the hemline. So from the hemline, I mark 8 inches. You can do more than 8 inches, depend on how wide you want your slit to be. So I'm going to take the 4 fabric together and I'm going to notch it so I can know where the slit is going to stop. So after that, I'm going to open up the fabric like this. Then I'm going to remove one from it. Remember, we cut the front and the back together. So you will remove one of it, and this one will be for the back. After that, you are going to fold this one. You are going to fold it back into 2. Arrange it very well. Then you cut out the neckline. Remember, the difference between the front and the back is the neckline. So this is what we have for the front. This is the neckline, as you can see, the V neckline. And this is what we have for the back. This is the round neckline. So I already cut out another fabric that I'm going to use for the facing, and I fold the fabric into 2. As you can see, there is folded on the facing and the main fabric. So I place the facing underneath the main fabric, making sure the folded part aligns at the center. After that, I will pin it together. So after pinning it, I'm going to cut it out like this. Just watch what I'm doing there. So this is it now. So you take off the main fabric and you are going to come to this point. You are going to mark 3 or 3.5 inch. So you are going to mark that 3.5 inch. You are going to mark it round. So after you mark it round, this is what we have. Then you cut it out. If you open it up, as you can see, this is what we have. The neckline is the same thing, and this is what we want. After that, you bring out the main fabric and you are going to place the facing on it. Make sure the right side of the facing is facing the right side of the main fabric. After that, you are going to pin it together so it will not be moving when you want to sew it. So you place it like this. Then you take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it by 1/4 or ½ an inch. You are going to sew it following the direction of the facing. That is how you are going to sew it. So this is for the back. I already cut out the facing for the back as well, and you are going to take it to the sewing machine and sew it around also. So this is it after I am done sewing it. So I'm going to notch the neckline. I'm going to notch it around. So after notching, this is what I have. Now I will take it back to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and top stitch on the facing. Make sure you're top stitching on the facing, not the main fabric. So you take it around and go ahead to go and top stitch it around like this. So this is it. After you are done sewing it, this is how the facing will be. The facing will be inside, not outside. So this is it here. I already go ahead to join the facing to the front. To finish up the neckline, I will be using my Emmy gum. I will take the Emmy gum and place it underneath the facing like this. Then I will go ahead to iron it. After I am done ironing it, this is what we have. So this is the right side here, and this is what the wrong side, this is what it looks like. So here, this is the back now. This is the back facing. I already go ahead to weave the facing, as you can see. So if you don't have a weaving machine, that's not a problem. This is how you are going to fold your facing. You are going to fold in that rough edge. Just fold it in like 1/4 inch. Then you place your hemming gum underneath it and iron it. I've not add the hemming gum to the back because I need to join the front and the back before I add the hemming gum to the facing for the back. So now we need to join the front and the back together. So I'll be placing the front and the back like this, making sure the right side is facing each other. So I will remove the facing for the back now, and I'm going to place the front inside the facing and the main fabric. You are going to place it on the same line. So this is what we have. Just look what I'm doing there. You open the facing for the back and you place the front inside it, and you secure the three of them together like that. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it by the 1/2 inch we added when we are cutting it. So this is what we have after you are done cutting it out. As you can see, this is what we have. So let me open it up so you can see what we have. So this is it here. After you are done joining the both shoulders, that is when you are going to finish up the back facing. So you open the back facing up like this and you place the hemming gum on it. Then you go ahead to iron it down. So this is what we have for our neckline. So the next line is to fold the front and the back like this. Fold them together like this. So this is what the neckline looks like outside. This is it. So the next thing to do is to join the band to the sleeve. So I already cut out 2 pieces for the 2 sleeve. So the wideness I'm using is 9 inches. Remember, we are folding the band into 2. So if you fold the band into 2, you are going to have 4.5. That 1/2 inch is going to be the sewing allowance. So you are going to fold it into 2 like this. So on fold now, I have 4.5 inches. So that folded part, you are going to take it to the sleeve area and you place it like this. Then you take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it by 1/2 inch. So after you are done sewing it, this is how the sleeve side will be. So I'm going to repeat the same process for the other sleeve. Then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and come back to show you the next thing we need to do. So this is what we have for the band. This is the both band, as you can see. This is it now. The next thing to do is to fold the front and the back together so we can join this side. So I already fold the 2 together now, and you are going to pin it down. After that, you are going to take it to your sewing machine. Make sure you arrange the side very well. You take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it by 1/4 or 1/2 inch. So this is it. So when you are sewing it, remember the notch. That is where you are going to stop your sewing. That notch part is when you are going to end your sewing. Whatever you do on the one side, you are going to repeat that same process. You are going to repeat it for the other side as well. So let's quickly go ahead to go and do that. Here, this is what I have after I am done joining the both sides. Bear in mind that I will still put a side pocket on this gown, but I will not be showing it because I already have a lot of videos on how to make a bubu gown with different pockets on this channel. I'll put the link on the screen for you to see. So this is the opening part here. As you can see, I already went ahead to weave that part also. So this is how you are going to sew the sleeve down. Just open the sewing allowance like this. You are going to fold it. Just watch what I'm doing there. Fold it like this. Then you are going to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it down like this. You are going to repeat the same process for the other side. But if you don't have a weaving machine, you are going to fold this place. You are going to fold it twice. Then you take it to the sewing machine and sew it down. This is what I have after I'm done joining the slits, as you can see, and I went ahead to fold in 1 inch on the hemline. The next thing to do now is to add our velvet tape. So to put your velvet tape, you can decide to put this tape anywhere you want. So for my own, I will just come up from the hemline by 8 inches. So you mark 8 inches there and you are going to connect that 8 inches. You mark it on the both side, then you connect it into a straight line. Remember, you can place your velvet anywhere you want. So this is it now. I'm placing it above the slits. So after you have marked the place that you are going to put it on the front, you are going to turn it to the back as well, and you are going to mark that the same 8 inches. You are going to mark it at the back and connect it into a straight line as well. This is how you are going to place your velvet on your fabric. You can decide to make the velvet stop exactly your gown length, or you can make it above your gown length. So I'll be using the exact length of my gown. That is where I want the tape to end. So this is it here. After I have placed it like this, I'm going to mark where it ends here. Then I'm going to placing it from that sewing part on the side. That is where I'm going to place it. Just watch closely what I did there. So you are going to place it on that mark that you marked there. Then you put your hand in between the front and the back. Then you pin it down. So this is it here. And you are going to take it round. And you might measure it to make sure that you have the same length with the main fabric. After that, you are going to cut it out. So after you are done cutting it out, you are going to remove the velvet now, and you will use this one that you already cut. You will use it to cut out for the back. After you are done cutting it out, you are going to place it like this. Don't forget, the velvet is the same length with the main fabric, the length of the gown. So you place it like this, then you arrange it very well. Then you take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it at the up and the both side. You are going to sew it. So I'm going to sew the other side as well. I'll turn it to the back and do the same thing for the back. When you are sewing it, you are going to put your hand in between the front and the back. So that's how you are going to join it. After you are done joining it, this is what the velvet looks like now, as you can see. So this is the two now. Did you see where it starts, where I start my sewing? This is the other side. So if you turn it to the back, this is what we have at the back. For the second velvet, you can decide to put it anywhere you want. You can put it like this, very close to the first one. Just place it like this. So you are going to measure it the way we measure the first one. That is how you are going to measure the second one, but I don't want it to be closer to each other like this. So what I will do is, from the first tape that we use, I'm going to come up. You are going to by 2 inches. So I will mark 2 inches like this. After that, I'll connect it to have a straight line. So this is it now. I'm going to turn it to the back and do the same thing for the back. Whatever you do for the front, you are going to repeat the same process for the back. So after you are done marking it now, you are going to take your tape now. Make sure the tape is the length of the gown. So you place the tape starting from the hem of the gown. Then when you get to the point that you mark, you are going to mark that place now. Then you open your fabric and place the tape as that your sewing part, your side sewing, that is where you are going to place it. So you place it like this. Make sure you are placing it on the line that you already mark. So that is where you are going to place it. After you get to the hemline, you are going to cut out the excess now and use the first one that you already cut. You are going to use it to cut the one for the back. So after you are done cutting it out, you are going to just place it the way we placed it earlier. Put your hand at the middle of the front and the back. Then you can pin it together. Then you are going to sew it at the up and you sew it at the second side as well. So after I'm done sewing the front, I'm going to turn it to the back and repeat the same process for the back. So let me quickly go ahead to go and do that. I'll come back to show you the final look. Here, this is the final look. As you can see, the gown came out so beautiful. If you are new to this channel, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to your family and friends. Don't forget to drop your comment. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.